Hello and welcome to Great Hang, the greatest hang that's ever hanged. I'm your hang, Tim McLaughlin, coming to you with your other hang, Myka Fox. Hello, Myka.
Hi, Tim.
How are you?
I am annoyed. Why do you talk like that?
It's called introducing the show, you fucking idiot. People like it. They like repetition all the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I must. I hear the same stories from you over and over again.
Yeah, and look at us together for 4 years. And Myka, it's our second episode of the Women's March. It's March, and we have women on.
Women's March.
Even though you were booked before we were ever going to do that. But today we're going to take a lady journey, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, we have an exciting comedian.
There you go. But her podcast name is Lady Journey, Myka. Did you know that?
Of course I knew that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet you fucking didn't. But we have Indianapolis native and comedian in New York City, Katie Hannigan.
Hello. I
Yay.
am so thrilled to be with anyone. I've been living alone. My
Oh,
boyfriend's
no.
been on the road, and I've been isolated.
Oh,
So-
God. I was like, did you guys break up?
Oh. No, we did. He just leaves, and
just
I'm
leaves.
home. But no, we're doing great emotionally when we see each other. I cry a little bit, but
That's good.
that's normal.
Is it?
I want to get to that. That's
We'll
where
unpack
I want to
that.
be on
We'll
I want to be
unpack
on the
that.
road all the time. I come home. Myka's like, oh my God, it's so wonderful to hear your stories again.
He does leave from time to time, and I get all sad, and then he leaves, and I'm all happy, and he comes home, and I get all excited, and then he starts talking, and then I'm sad again.
No, the cycle. The vicious cycle.
Yeah. Do you get that when Mike comes back? You're like, oh God, well, it was nice for about 15 minutes.
No, I like when he's back because then I can do stuff again because I can't really rest when I'm by myself because I'm just like a sad person sitting on the couch watching a movie spinning out in my head I hate it. I'm just hating myself, hating Ozarks.
You can't rest without somebody else.
I need snuggles.
Oh
and
my
so when he
God.
gets back, it's like I get mad at him because I'm like, I want to go to breakfast. I want to go to Home Depot and walk around, point some stuff out to you. He's like, I have to do stuff, and I'm like, no, you fucking don't.
Oh, my God.
You have
that's
nothing
so
to do.
funny.
Yeah, I just demand attention. I'm like, hi, riffing, telling jokes, and he loves it.
That's so funny. We don't do any of our errands together. Not even fucking one.
I'll flip out. I'm not a good. Mike and I work well together on this show. And then when it comes to any kind of work that I have to do, we do not work well together at all. I start yelling at her.
If we're doing a home improvement task together, that is a guaranteed fight. And we never fight.
Yeah.
But it's as soon as he's got to hang something on the wall and it's I have to help him even a little bit, it's go
It's
time.
not
Yeah,
the help.
yeah.
It's not
Oh,
the help.
really, Tim?
No. It's you're like,
Micah,
maybe you should
grab
do
that.
it. You should do it like this. And
Yeah.
I'm like, then you fucking do it. If you
But
know
I
how to
can't
do it.
because I don't have
yes.
a drill and I'm not tall and I'm not strong.
You do have a drill.
Yeah,
I have
you're
a drill.
so strong. It's Women's Month.
You're right.
Yeah.
I am strong. Strong enough to leave a dumb man.
I didn't know that March was the month for women.
The international women's. It's
Yeah.
international women. We haven't had one international woman on.
What about last week? Allie O'Neill. She said I looks Irish, really Irish.
That's not international.
Yeah, it is.
That's just white.
That's just
yeah,
white.
well, you could be international and still be white.
Hannigan, that's another Irish, right?
Yeah.
We're not even straying out of the one country.
We need to get another fucking Mick bitch for next week, St. Patrick's Day week.
Yeah.
McBitch. When is
McBitch.
McDonald's going to serve that?
Yeah,
I bet they
Women's
do in
Month.
France.
Man, that's sick. So Katie, Mike's been on the road. You've been home.
I've been home.
What do you do while you just watch TV? Sit
I just
around?
work and I watch TV and I cry a little bit and then I'll just do spots and stuff. It's I immediately I'm like, yay, a night in alone, and then an hour later it's I've been in a spaceship that's been abandoned for 13 years and I'm just like, who am I? Does anyone like me? Do I have friends? And then I just spin out and then I FaceTime Mike.
Yeah.
And he's got to go because he's on stage.
Yeah. He doesn't have those problems. See, that's the thing about being
I got a third show added. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
You
third show.
crying?
His name is Stephanie.
No, my God.
Performing for Stephanie.
But it is weird, after a certain point in your life, you don't just call up friends and like hang out, you know? Do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I do. That's part of the reason that Sarah and I do Lady Journey, because we're like, this is good. This is a built-in hang a couple times a week that we just, or, you know, a couple times a month or whatever that we just have. Because it's like comics, you can't hang with comics. Like, they're always busy doing shows.
Yeah, you have to go hang with them at their spot.
Yeah. And then, like, also, I have other regular friends, and it's like they don't want to hang out at like Saturday at 10:30 when I've like decided that I need to see another person.
They're like, we're in.
Yeah.
We're watching Fast 9.
I've been in bed for hours. Like, what's wrong?
I'm impressed you still have those types of friends.
I just have two.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Katie, I work at the Gutter on Sundays and Mondays. You can come sit at the bar.
Do you?
Yeah.
I was there on Saturday.
You were
that
there
was
on
pretty
Saturday?
fun. Yeah.
No, I wasn't there Saturday. I was there Friday.
I was in the back. It was fun.
Oh, you were on the CYSK show?
Yeah, the
Nice.
Chicago guys.
Yeah, I love those
I
boys.
love the Gutter. I hate the bathrooms in there. It's like, is that the future if they just don't let women identifying use the bathroom? It's like now we all just have to piss in the men's room, and that's like gender neutral.
They all have doors, and none of them are urinals. What?
I just don't like the graffiti. I feel like I'm getting
my
hepatitis in
God.
there.
Oh, wait, it's the graffiti that makes them men's bathrooms?
If it makes you feel
Yeah.
any better, those bathrooms are cleaned every single day by a professional cleaning crew.
Is it you?
That's
No.
insane.
It is not me. I did.
That does make me feel better.
There was somebody shit all over that bathroom, and I just locked the door, and I was like, this is something I'm not dealing with.
That's so insane because that means somebody's pissing all over the bathroom every day. Because every time I go in there, I'm like, well, this is old piss.
Yeah.
The floor's always wet in there. When you said it was professionally
None
cleaned,
of the
I
toilet
mean,
seats face the door. They're all like at an angle
Well,
or
we
a
have
skew.
a fat clientele that absolutely wrecks those seats when they sit down.
But they move them?
Yeah, they sit down so hard and they
who's
break the
taking
fucking.
a dump like that at an establishment? It's like, just go. Don't you just poop in the morning like everybody else when you have your green
Katie.
juice?
I feel like we answer this question every episode, and the answer is people cannot always control when they need to take a
Yeah,
shit.
some people have to run home on a very regular
I
basis.
rarely poop at night. I rarely poop at night.
Me
I
too.
rarely poop once a day. If not, it's 4 or 5 times in a day. That's what I'm getting.
But you also have to consider.
I'm running
Why are you
I'm
pooping
running
so
a
much?
hot. Well, I live a bad life. It's not good.
Tim, what have you eaten today? And
What have I
let's-
eaten today?
Yeah.
2 McDonald's breakfast bagels.
And that's it?
Yeah.
And some coffee twice?
And some coffee twice.
And you want to know why he shits 4 times a day?
Yeah.
And I'm going to Peter Luger's after this. That's why I don't have a hat on.
Whoa.
That's
That's
right.
why I don't have a hat
Fancy
on.
boy.
Yeah. My friend John Marjalewski's in town. We're going to hang out at Peter Luger's.
Ooh, that'll be fun. What are you going to get?
Steak, of course.
What about apps, though?
I like the wedge salad, and
Oh, I love a
like,
wedge. Yummy.
What's the other thing we get, Micah?
Potatoes. Hashed
Oh
potatoes.
yeah, their potatoes are good.
Ooh.
I mean,
Do they have the bloomin' onion there?
they
That's
do
the
have a bloomin'
steakhouse I
they do
usually
have-
go
They
to.
do have a bloomin' onion.
Do they really?
No, but they have onions and
like-
tomatoes.
Yeah, they have raw onions and tomatoes, and they put their special Luger sauce on it. It's actually pretty good.
Ooh,
Yeah. It's a little
yummy.
expensive though for raw onions and tomatoes, if you ask
Yeah.
me.
I love a bloomin' onion. That thing will really make you feel sick.
Now,
That's
if
the
you
Indiana in you coming out.
Oh my God, yes.
if you want to shit twice a day, you're gonna be having a bloomin' onion.
Oh, we went to Outback Steakhouse a couple months ago because there's one by where we live, and we were like, let's treat ourselves. And it was,
Wait,
man,
in
it was-
Manhattan?
yeah, there's one on 23rd Street.
Oh my God!
And it was great.
Yeah,
oh
you had a
my
nice time?
God.
Wait,
We had
really?
the brown bread. The brown bread comes
the bread
out.
is good.
Bloomin' onion. I got the jumbo glass of wine.
Is that what it says on the side? Small,
Yeah.
medium, jumbo?
we-
Does it
I
come
got
with
the jumbo.
a shrimp on the side?
Is it
Little
the-
garnish.
You're losing money if you don't get the jumbo.
That's right.
Oh my God,
It's-
you are. That's a deal.
Yeah,
I loved it though. I want to go back.
that's cool. I'll go with you. Fuck. If Mike's out of town, just be like, hey, Tim, I'm going to Outback Steakhouse. I'm like, I'm already there.
Yeah, I rent Tim out as a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Pretty regularly,
Oh,
I'll
actually.
fucking hang out with you.
A male chaperone,
Yeah.
like in the olden times.
Karen hires him like once a month.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's nice.
I go to Karen's house, pet her dog, have a nice time.
Hang something on the wall.
Hang something on the wall.
Oh my
Chat with
gosh.
Karen for a
That's
while.
great. That's a great side hustle for you.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Going to Karen, the only problem with going to Karen's house is that it's so far away.
It's weirdly like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of horrifying. Like I was on the water. I tried to find it. I'm like on the water. I'm like, is it in the water? Looking at the Google Maps. I was like, where am I? I'm so scared. I'm so cold.
Yeah, you just get lost in the 9/11 reflecting pool.
Yeah.
You're just reflecting too
Yeah,
much.
it's
Next
like-
thing you know, it's been 9/12.
It's too rich down here. They know I don't belong.
Man, it is crazy how much nice shit is over there and how hard it is to get there. I guess it makes sense because it's all like super rich shit and they don't want public transit getting over there.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of like international people. I actually used to work over there when I worked at the Enrichment Center. We had a location over there, and it's all like Russian international people that work in like the finance.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's all like, Daddy had to go out to work, and we're here doing ballet.
Are they rude?
No, they're okay.
Oh.
I mean, I feel like rich people in New York are not really that rude. As like rich people in the Midwest are like, I'm rich.
Yeah, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because their money goes a lot farther, so they see the difference so much. They're not confronted with other rich people all the time.
Yeah. I think they, like, in the Midwest, rich people, they're not really that rich. They just think they are, so they're just trash about it. But here,
Right.
people are like, I've killed a man for fun, and I can't let on.
I used to
Thank
think-
you.
We had a Russian lady get kicked out of our beauty bar show one night, and she goes, I'll be back and kill all of you. And Brock goes, okay.
My
She said
God.
she was going to kill us all.
That would be a great
Ruskies.
start to a movie, though.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. That is
It's
a
just like-
Russian how do you do?
A woman's so pissed about an open mic, she fucking kills everyone in New York City.
Oh, my God. I remember when I used
It's
to
not an open mic.
Tim, it kind of is.
When I used to go up at Greenwich, they had a guy who threatened to shoot it up on Facebook, and it was that guy that broke Cambry's computer. Remember, he went into QED and he slammed the computer on the ground. He was like a vegan.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
He-
wait.
Wait, he was a vegan and he threatened to shoot
That could have
everyone?
actually been a different guy that threatened
Was that Vegan
violence.
Jules?
I think it was either that guy or a different guy who also threatened violence. But
I accidentally went to rent a room from him. He was
Damn.
like when I was in between apartments and he was renting a room, and then I was like, this guy's got kind of an odd vibe. And then everyone's like, that guy's the scariest man I was ever with.
He's scared of you like everybody
That's
else.
hilarious. That's nice that you could sense it.
I mean, the whole there was like a vibe of like, I'm trying to remember. It was years ago, but it was something like you could tell there was something not right about what he was offering.
Yeah, it was all the pictures of Myka with her eyes cut out on the wall.
That's like everybody in New
This
York
seems odd.
City, though. It's like, is this person just like weird in a fun way, or are they like actively stalking Cyndi Lauper?
Right.
You know,
Oh
it's like
my
you just
God.
never know.
He's always on the Lower East Side for some reason.
Yeah.
What is Cyndi Lauper up to, though? You
don't
gotta
know.
wonder.
You do. You got to keep eyes. You know, it's one of those things where I can't remember the rest of this riff, and I fucked up.
Should we do plugs?
That's what I was thinking. I think we should pivot. I'm going to cut all of this out,
Pivot.
and
Tim.
we're pivoting to plugs. Katie, plug some shit.
Hi, I have a podcast called Lady Journey. It's ladies. We go on a journey. Me and Sarah Talamash. She could not be here tonight.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him that she was
is
supposed to
in
be
the
here.
bathroom. She's coming out.
She got
She's
me.
back
almost out.
Check us out on YouTube, Lady Journey Podcast on Instagram, Lady Journey Pod on TikTok. We will not disappoint. We talk about overnight oats, soup, grocery stores, yoga. It sounds boring, and it is. And if that's for you, please welcome aboard.
Honestly, I'm like, about to subscribe.
This sounds like one of those podcasts Myka listens to out loud when she goes to sleep. So fucking annoying. Myka's like, I'm going to listen to my podcast now, and plays it out loud on her phone, and then I'll wake up in the middle of the night. There's just a man talking. And I thought someone was in our home.
I call it a podcast because there isn't it's a way I can explain it to Tim that he'll understand. but they're actually like talks about meditation, so they're not specific
Okay,
meditations, but it's like
yes.
discussing like Taoism and this thing, and it's just like the concepts are soothing to me
Yes.
that I fall asleep.
Mike does the same thing, but he will also go through phases where he will only listen to near-death experiences.
Dear God.
So it'll be like he has to do it on headphones though, because it was the same where like waking up in the night and it's like I saw something in the sky.
I lifted above my body and saw myself lying on the street.
Yeah, it's like only like white trash people for some reason.
That puts him to sleep.
Well, I think it's because white trash
He
people
likes it.
I feel like the Venn diagram of people who believe in angels and white trash people is just one circle.
Yeah, and then it's like also it's like
For the halo
slightly-
of the angels.
Oh,
Yeah.
good point.
It's like white trash or like someone that's clearly done ayahuasca 100 times, and you're like, I always believed in aliens.
Myka, plug some stuff.
Follow me on all the socials. I love when you do that. MYKAFOX on Instagram. Check me out on TikTok. Maybe one of these days I'll put something up there and you'll be the first to know.
There you go.
And no, I'm not done, Tim.
Oh, sorry, Myka.
You can come to Live from Outer Space every Friday at Cobra Club. It is a comedy show at 9 o'clock.
Are you done?
I'm going to keep talking.
Okay.
I love that show.
Thank
it's
you very
so
much.
fun.
Thank you. We'll have to have you back soon.
I'd love to come.
It is fun. Okay, Tim, now it is your turn.
Okay, follow me on TikTok at Great Hang Pod. I recently went viral and everyone was very mean to me. So if you could write some nice comments on that video, that would be very nice. And if you're in Chicago, I will be at Rosemont Zanies with Shane Torres, friend of the show, the 9th through the 11th. That's this weekend. If you're listening to it this week, it is the 9th through the 11th. And then in April, I will be doing a corporate gig, which you cannot come to in Plymouth, Indiana.
Stop plugging that.
Wow.
He just fucking brags about every little spot.
Yeah, we get it. You work.
That's right.
I have a million spots I don't tell these people about. I don't want them to come.
And if you're in Columbus, Ohio, I'm doing the Don't Tell show on the 13th of April. Ian Fidance will be there if you like watching gay guys do comedy. And on the 14th and 15th, I will be at Helium in Indianapolis. Okay, that is it. Thank you. And follow me at hot_comic69 on Instagram.
All right.
All
Good
right.
plugs.
Nice. Get into
Nice.
it. You want to pitch our next bit, Myka? Our next segment?
Is it the new bits?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I didn't tell you about this, but we have a segment where if you have a new bit that you're working on,
Okay.
you can pitch it to us and we'll help you workshop it.
Okay. Good. I have one.
Nice.
It's
All
pretty
right.
bad. It is
Well,
pretty bad.
Don't worry, because we're not very helpful.
Are you guys just gonna eviscerate my bit until I
No.
lose
We're-
confidence?
We're
in
not
it?
mean about it. We normally just come up with like worse ideas.
I would say 40% of the time I help, and that's about it.
Micah, you're a good writer. You're a good writer. Tim,
I have a lot of personality.
yeah.
Tim,
No, Micah, I love your stand-up. So I feel like you're gonna. Whatever. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say my
say
bit. I'm
it.
not going to lose confidence, spiral, spin out, cry in front of you guys.
Oh,
I don't
if
need
you
to do
cry,
that.
Dude, Casey James Salingo rolled a tear down his face. If you can full on cry on the show, it would be huge.
I will do
you'd be in
it.
Casey land.
Yeah, you'll be-
Casey, he's my hero.
There goes my hero crying
God.
on a pod.
Oh, that song takes me back to high school.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, it takes me back to elementary school.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Micah
Preschool.
graduated college, was working fucking full time. 37 years old.
I don't even know who Nirvana is.
That wasn't even who it is.
I know that.
Who was it?
I think it was Foo Fighters.
Which had Dave Grohl, who was in Nirvana. Hence,
Oh, showing
The
your
ref.
age, Micah.
oh yeah, because nobody knows that. Nobody knows that hot little trivia fact that Dave Grohl was in Nirvana.
What?
If I blew some Gen Z minds, they probably are like, "What are either of these bands?" They probably don't.
Oh, they
yet.
know the Foo Fighters?
Tim, they don't know who Robin Williams is or Billy Joel. They have no.
They don't?
No, Gen Z
That's
has no.
marvelous, because Tim's got a new act.
That's
Mrs.
Billy Crystal,
Doubtfire.
but
Yeah. Oh, who'd you say?
Billy
Robin-
Joel.
Oh. Fuck.
Mime is money.
Mine is money. That's a good reference. If you guys can write in the comments what that's a reference to, you get a free ticket to the show in Indianapolis.
Whoa.
That's right.
That's smart.
And not a plane ticket.
No, you got to be in Indianapolis.
That's a great way to get people at your show. You won this, so
Yeah.
you have to come.
Here's a hint. He says it to Dana Carvey. All right, go ahead.
Okay, my new bit is okay. This is true, actually. I went to a baby shower one time that was Victorian theme.
Oh, like the baby isn't enough of a theme.
It was fun. What the fuck? I did it, and the girls were like really strict with the theme. It was very rigid. So we had like everything. You had to.
No one's
Yeah.
allowed to use an epidural.
Yeah. It was like, we had oppression, you know, all the classics. And then we played this game at the baby shower because it was a traditional old-timey game. And the game was literally like, put your hand in your neighbor's pocketbook and try to guess what you're grasping.
Oh my god.
I know, like how boring, right? Like how fucking boring.
Someone's like, I'm pretty sure this is Narcan.
Yeah. Is this your tampon, you slut? But so I guess my punchline is like, it seems like it's fucking boring, right? But then we forget back in the Victorian era, that's when people were just like casually drinking cocaine, soda, and they were like eating heroin all the time. So actually that was probably pretty fucking fun. You know, like, I think I'm touching Kelly's stiff box. Your baby shower is going to be pretty fun when your coke guy is there, and your coke guy is Aunt Agnes. That's my big punchline at the end. And I hate it.
No.
Is there something there?
I think there's something to reaching in and getting mad that it's not Victorian and it's mace, and you don't understand how it works, and you mace everybody. That's more of a sketch, I guess, but
Macing everyone at the baby shower.
yeah.
Or you put in all the heroin needles, just stick to your fingers, and you come out in your Edward heroin hands.
Ouchie. I feel like the premise is too convoluted, It's like, I guess maybe the joke should just be I went to a Victorian-themed baby shower and then just fucking eviscerating it and, like, making fun of everybody.
Yeah, I like it, because right now you have it set up, it's like, are you saying it was fun in Victorian times, or are you talking about now times?
Yeah, because you say it was fun in now times, but it seems like it sucked in my eyes. If someone's like, we're doing a Victorian-themed baby shower, I'm like, pass, I'm not going. I have COVID.
Well, I actually did have a good time because I love period dramas and stuff like that. I love like all that stuff. But a stronger angle could have been that it sucked, even though it was my dear friend's baby shower. I will run that bitch into the ground if that's what I need to do.
Throw her under the wagon.
Yeah. Under the horse cart.
Yeah,
You could also go like Victorian-themed gender reveal party. Much easier because there's only two.
Yes.
There you go, Myka.
Yes. It's either rich or bitch. Servant or... Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna abandon it.
You couldn't let any of your black friends into the party.
Yeah, that's fun. Although as a white woman, I don't want to say that as a white because I'm trying to I don't want to trigger anyone. Be like, you couldn't have come, miss. Sorry.
We hit her with a broom till she left.
Tim.
What? That's what they would do. I don't know.
You don't know history.
He doesn't know any. He actually is like on the spectrum in a way where he kind of does know weird random facts, and so I was like, did they hit them with the broom? And Tim also knows racist history very well. He knows every word for everything. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's the Indiana coming out.
You got to know them all if you want to be accurate with your racism. You know.
He's like a Pokemon.
No,
like
I
that.
don't. No, I don't. I went on a one time. Me and my sister-in-law, we went on this ghost tour in Indy, and
there's a ghost tour in Indy.
Yeah, but it like sucked because it was literally every person was killed by the KKK, and it was like so fucking awkward.
Wait, really?
Yes, it was like, and then they were killed by the KKK, and then they were killed, and I was like,
a bit?
Yeah, I tried to do this one, but people like would tighten up. But I don't know. I felt like I had to stay. My sister-in-law is not white, so I'm like just there. Like I guess.
Oh yeah, that makes it even more awkward.
Get a T-shirt. You want a T-shirt?
Is your sister-in-law from Indiana?
Yeah, she's from Indy also.
That's funny. New Palestine is their mascot is the Red Dragons. Because they were the home of the KKK for a very long time.
Awkward.
And that's where one of my racist uncles lives. Coincidence? I think not.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Was the Red Dragon, is that something like a Grand Wizard thing?
Yeah, they're like
it's
like a sect of the, like the Red Dragon was like mask, like basically like the mascot or the symbol of the.
Oh, I thought that was
Ku
the
Klux Klan.
movie that was.
That is a Hannibal movie.
Yes.
Is
it the Red Dragon? And
Yeah.
he's like naked weird. He's like doing weird stuff naked, isn't he?
Well, that was like the killer, but yeah, they have to talk to Hannibal Lecter to figure out who the killer is.
I saw that in the
And
theater.
surprise, it was the KKK.
Killing everyone. And the stories, like, when you go on a ghost tour, like, you really do want something that's like, her lover jilted her, so she slit her wrists in a bathtub, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like, the KKK were, they were the mayor and all of the government in the town, and they would just abduct women and raped a girl to death on the train
Dear
car.
God.
And they bit her so much that she got sepsis from the
my
bites.
Lord.
Then they
And
imprisoned
that's why
her.
we keep finding teeth on the ground.
Yeah. It's like, anyway, enjoy the Irvington Ghost Tour. Who wants a pamphlet? I'm like, I can't leave in good conscience. I just have to.
That's so insane because the thing is, they are making it up. So they could just make up better stories than everybody who was killed by the KKK. Like, ghosts are not real. Just make up more fun.
Well, they're
know.
making up that they're a ghost, but the story of the person being murdered is real.
Right, but the ghosts are fake. So let's pick a different fake ghost than some other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like do like Sylvia Likens or something. Do you know about Sylvia Likens, Tim?
Is that some type of werewolf?
No, Sylvia Likens is a haunted figure of Indianapolis.
Oh.
I actually, the story is actually really fucked up, so maybe
How
I
do
shouldn't tell it on the podcast. I'm
you
just
can-
going to tell a abridged version because I know some people like really don't like. This is too much like torture porn for me. I don't really
You
like
can
that
tell
type
it.
of stuff.
You can tell
But
the full thing on our.
anyway,
on our
it was in
show.
the 60s. Her parents were carnies, and they like dropped her off. She lived on like New York Avenue on the east side. That's where I'm from, and or New York Street, whichever. They left her with this woman who had like 6 kids, and the parents were like sending money back from wherever they were on the road as carnies, and they like stopped sending money, and the mom like tortured her to death with the neighborhood kids, and they like kept her in the basement, and she died.
Wait, the mom
Whoa.
and the other kids?
Yeah, and her own kids also.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting bullied so bad by everyone in the neighborhood and someone's mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucked
That
up.
sucks.
She was the one
Yeah.
who started it. She was like the ringleader.
Yeah,
Anyway,
the
now it
mom
feels like
started.
the
The mom
podcast
started all the
took a
beatings
bad
and shit.
turn.
And they
Sorry.
locked her in the basement and she died, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
The East Side is fucked up. I've been saying it my whole life. Nobody wants to ever believe me. I almost got in a fight with a guy because I said the East Side was fucked up.
What
you know?
neighborhood are you from, Tim?
North Side, best part.
Is it the best part?
Mm-hmm.
Katie?
The north side is where rich people live.
That's right.
Oh, fuck. I already forgot Tim sucked me into a relationship telling me he was from a rich family.
No, I said that my dad had just sold a building for a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not.
Wow,
that is. We weren't rich at the time.
That's a flex. My daddy sold a
Right.
building.
That's
it was enough
right.
to get me.
I remember when you
works.
guys, I was there the first day that you guys met, and we actually, Myka, I remember we found a photo of you guys together that I have posted.
Oh, that's right.
Tom was in the photo, Tom Takar, and he looks really goofy. And I
Oh,
posted the
yeah.
photo.
Which is strange for him.
Yeah.
Friend
He
of the
was
show.
goofing off.
Speaking of ghost tours and Tom Takar, we went to New Orleans for Tom's Comedy Central half hour, and Tom loves like ghost tours and stuff, so he's like, we gotta go on this ghost tour of New Orleans. So we get on a ghost tour, and our first stop, the guy is like, so there was a vampire, and Tom was like, oh God, like was immediately he goes,
You wanted
"A
real ghosts?"
Yeah, he wanted like real ghosts. So he goes, a fucking vampire? What the fuck?
I mean, if you believe in ghosts, you believe in vampires, Tom. Suck it up.
Yeah, I don't know. Vampires are a stretch. I do get pissed because I always put
Vampires are a stretch.
It's a stretch. It's a stretch. Yeah, they always put vampires in the sci-fi section, which I think is ridiculous. It's like this is not science.
What
Yes.
sci-fi
And what-
fantasy?
Science fiction. It's science and fiction.
But fiction makes
Oh,
it.
they do put the fantasy in there
sci-fi
too.
goes with fantasy
Yeah.
because it's fiction. It's all
No,
fiction,
you're
and
right.
it's
You're
like
right.
silliness.
I think
like-
fantasy people and sci-fi people are going to have a real fucking problem with this, and
Fine,
we are
you can
going
bring
to
it to
get
me.
canceled.
Bring it to me, and I'll fucking kick your ass, you fucking fat, lazy losers.
Wow.
Get him, Myka.
Any sci-fi fantasy people want to step to me, I think I can take it. All right, I'm here for that fight.
Oh, tell him. Let's do a hot take.
Oh, okay, great.
That was good. good time.
New segment.
Was that good?
That was
Yeah.
great.
Am I doing okay?
You're doing great. It's a very
Thanks,
fun
guys.
episode. I'm having a good time.
Oh, good. I was
goodness,
worried.
let's-
I was worried I derailed it talking about the child torture.
No, I like that
from my
stuff.
hometown.
No, that's good stuff. I'd never heard of that, which is crazy because I've heard of almost everything about Indianapolis.
I heard it growing up as like that's Sylvia's house, and it was like creepy and scary.
Because you lived by it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the first line of this. It looks like a Reddit forum thing.
Ooh, I love Reddit.
And
It's
we're gonna,
so
you're
psycho.
You're going to give a hot take on whether or not you're going to agree with this person's opinion or not.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love it.
So
Love it.
we start
And then I'll
off
read the
by
rest.
giving a hot take, and then we learn if our takes were right or not.
Okay. So here's the thing. I'm Gen X, and I have a huge problem with how I am left carrying the weight for millennials.
I feel like this person is probably an asshole, and they're just externalizing their own bullshit.
All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the agreement. I think it's.
Except you would have never used the word externalizing.
No, I wouldn't have. I will say how I was going to say it. Shut the fuck up. Here's the thing. I think the person was Myka, and they're a fucking bitch, and no one likes them. All right.
I'm not Gen X, and fuck you.
I think it's a person who's gone from used to be cool to now old man territory. And they're like, we did it for everyone, and now they fucked us over.
Yeah, it's kind of right. Okay, but this is a woman. She says, for
I
example,
should have known.
I'm 42 and my daughter is 22. She decided a while ago she does not want any kids. She's actually getting a procedure for sterilization next year. But
Fun.
But those souls needing...
Sterilization is like she's a fucking dog.
I know, right? Like, what is she going to get her tubes tied at 22? Or
Yeah.
Some people do that now.
at 22?
Shut it down.
Honestly, if I could have gotten gooped and gagged, I would have.
It's a really intense surgery. I don't like to do surgery. Duped and gagged.
What the fuck?
I never
Myka?
heard
Just
that.
fucking scooped and swapped, dude. Like, that's fucking...
Quit saying stuff. That's all fucked up. You're fucking everybody up. Go back to talking about that child getting fucking murdered in a basement.
All right.
Better than fucking gooped and gagged. Oh my God.
So this woman goes on, but those souls needing to come into our family for ancestral or karmic reasons still need to be born.
Oh no.
So I'm stuck birthing and raising two babies who should have been born to her, but can't because she's too selfish to have kids.
Whoa, so she got fucking jizzed in so she could bring back the souls of ancestors
Yes.
in her family.
Yeah. We joke how my 1.5-year-old girl, her sibling, is actually hers, but she just didn't want to have it. But deep down, it's not a joke. If she wasn't so selfish, I wouldn't have a daughter toddler right now.
Oh my god. People on Reddit are just so unhinged. All because millennials. First of all, is she not a millennial at 42? I mean, you're on the cusp.
At 42,
and-
that technically makes her Gen X.
Okay, technically, but 22 is not millennial. That's Gen Z.
Also, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is not a generational issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you shouldn't be having children after 40 because it really enhances the chance of them having any kind of chromosomal disease.
Yeah, but they could be okay though. You can test for it.
I mean, I'm sure.
Well, Tim, maybe
if-
that's the old soul they need to birth in.
that
Maybe
might
all
be-
their old
it's
souls
true.
had chromosomal diseases.
I mean, if God willing, PJ will be back in a new body here soon.
PJ's his Down syndrome friend who recently passed away.
oh,
Yeah.
BJ.
He's a good man. He'll be back though. He'll be back to make popcorn at a hardware store near you soon.
I hope he comes back as a cat and we can pet him.
That would be sick as hell. Does his little James Brown dances as a cat? What a dream. I love that boy. That woman is fucking unhinged.
Can you imagine that being your mom and you're like so with it? You're like, yeah, no wonder she doesn't want to have kids. She sees what like
Yeah,
her mom is like. She's like, fuck, I can't make
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
more people.
I'm good. I know. I love. She's like, we all joke, but deep down we're not like, haha. She's your daughter.
Yeah.
Like, good one, mom. Stop.
we all joke, but my daughter doesn't talk to me anymore.
Mom, they're not going to accept gemstones as currency here at fucking Dairy Queen.
Oh man.
I bet that fucking house is littered with dream catchers.
You think, Tim? A Christian home?
My God, Christianity, that's not Christian.
What, souls and karmic rebirthing? You don't think that's Christian?
No, that's not a
assume this
tenet.
woman's
That's not a
Christian.
tenet of Christianity at all. They don't believe that at all. The only person they believe that's going to come back is Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, who sits at the right hand of the Father.
But I thought when they were talking about like, oh, these souls need to get born, all this like anti-abortion shit. I thought that was like all Christian, the souls and the babies and stuff.
No, the propaganda for that is to create more Christians so that there's more fundamentalism in the world, so that you have another generation to indoctrinate. It's not to bring back the soul of your great grandfather who beat your grandma.
So whose religion is? What is that then? That's crystal catcher people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Past life stuff. I mean, I think like the New Age just like draws from tons of other weird stuff, like past life stuff, and it's just like
I don't have the energy to hate other people besides Christo-fascists.
This is
I know.
I just focus all my energy on the Christo-fascists.
So many people that you can hate.
Like, I don't want to hate multiple groups. The Christo-fascists, it's like, if we can just focus on shutting that down, I thought we'd be okay, and it turns out
Remember
we won't.
sound
The
therapy?
fundies.
Remember sound therapy in Sedona, Arizona?
It's
those people. It's those type of people.
Were you guys involved in a sound bath?
We went to Sedona, and I got us a sound bath, and it was like in the middle of a strip mall, and there was some fucking guy with an accent like from Europe, and I'm like, why are you in Arizona?
I think it was fake. I bet it was a fake accent
just
too.
so grifty. And so it was like a sound bath. So I'm like, all right, we'll go in there, we'll get our chakras or whatever the fuck. And so he starts doing the sound things, and that's fine. And then he starts talking, and his ridiculous fake accent, and he's like, you are doing like that. And I just start cracking up. And it's like one of those things where it's like, I start to giggle, and I can hear Tim stifle his giggle, and knowing that he's trying not to do it. And knowing that, like, Tim shouldn't even have been there.
That is the experience of doing a sound bath.
Why shouldn't I have been there?
Because you're not mature enough for that.
Oh, I'm not the one who fucking laughed, bitch.
But I was thinking about how ridiculous it was that I was even trying to do this.
I fell asleep.
Yeah, I did a sound bath, which it was part of a yoga retreat, so it was like included in this full day of events that we were doing. I went with girlfriends. I didn't like pick or plan any of it, but the sound bath conductor person was announced that she was anti-vaccine, which I felt was a red flag. But
why would you even bring that up?
Yeah, she was talking about she drinks tonic water. She just drinks gin and tonics because of the quinine. That's what they use to treat malaria, and that's what tonic water is made out of.
Do you think that's what Q is for?
Fun fact. Yeah, I think so. But she was doing the same thing where it was
Quinine.
She would just be like, doing the instruments, but then she kept like getting right in people's faces and like banging a drum like 2 inches from your face. And I was with my close friend who's an asshole, and she just couldn't keep her shit together.
She kept laughing too.
She was laughing. I mean, what are you gonna do? A woman's like, a white woman like chanting Native American tones in your face,
just spewing the COVID.
It's like, what? Come on, Claire. Stop.
Our dude got mad at us. He was like,
he didn't get mad at us.
You find this weird? You think it's weird? And I'm like, yeah, dude. I think it's freaking super weird. My God.
He got mad at Myka.
It was I was like, why are you so confrontational right now? I'm just laughing at you and everything you stand for. Yeah. But I cannot help it. Yeah. I'm not doing it intentionally. Like
European people, it's funny when they get mad.
But it's like, why are you so aggressive, dude? Haven't you been sound bathed enough to like have an appreciation for my awkwardness?
Spiritual people are aggro. It's like yoga teachers get aggro like that.
Yeah.
Like we were chatting about yoga on Lady Journey, and I've done yoga for years. And I've done it like in the city and like tons of other places, and it's like every third yoga teacher I have is just completely off their rocker. Like, and I said stand up straight. It's like, oh my God. I'm sorry that you failed in Broadway. Like,
a lot of these new age people have gotten really deep into QAnon too, and they get the aggravation of like, and then they take all their anger out on Joe Biden, which they should. But
yeah, so do I. Hit him,
and he's like, "Come on, man."
Yeah, they're all like seeking. They're like, maybe learning sound bath will help me process my trauma from childhood, and it's like, it's not medicine. It's just a drum.
Yeah.
It's just you have to pretend you have a job while your rich husband does everything.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, you know what I forgot to plug? Check out the Patreon at patreon.com/greathang. Thanks. Okay.
So that was hot tips.
That was hot takes.
Hot takes.
Hot tips.
Hot takes. All right, now it's time for reviews for the podcast. This is where we go and read our reviews.
Oh my God, fun. You guys have so many segments. This is great.
The show had absolutely no stability. We have fun in the segments, but the segments keep the show on track. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's
We have
smart.
we had no traction before.
But meanwhile, thank you for saying that because past guest Shane Torres said that we were off the rails.
Shane is an idiot.
He's negative.
Yeah.
He's
I don't know.
negative. His energy. Oh, I love Shane.
I don't know about this show. It seems off the rails. Here we go. So we have you can go to Apple iTunes and leave us a 5-star review if you'd like. I'm not telling you to. I had a dream.
I'm telling you to.
I had a
Go
dream we
fucking
got
do
a
it.
1-star review.
Uh-oh.
Becky's Avenger met you in your sleep.
Yeah, Becky's Avenger back again. But you could leave us a review on Apple iTunes. We don't have any on Apple iTunes.
Come on.
But
Come on,
we
gang.
do. Come on, man. But we do read them from our YouTube. So on our latest episode, Everyone I Know Is Dead with Allie O'Neill, we have several comments. So if you feel like it, subscribe and comment on the YouTube if you're watching there. And this one says, this is from Immorto Tan Leo, whatever. I wish there was a Patreon tier where I could move in with you and hang out with Tim all day. What a missed opportunity.
Well,
Wow.
there's one where you can party with Tim.
Yeah.
And what is it, $2,800?
$2,400 a month. I will go wherever you are and party with you.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, I'll go party with him for $2,400. I'll be a good fucking time. I will get fucked up and I will probably say something really shitty to one of your friends.
That could be yours for the low, low price of $2,400.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a steal.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Newsy says, I want more of Cajun Tim. Maybe Tim could read a fun recipe in a Cajun accent, Myka. What do you think about that?
I fucking love Newsy. But shut up, Newsy.
All right. Newsy's also on my fucking shit list because he said that One Piece sucks. So I might not bring back Cajun Tim just because of your fucking slander towards One Piece. This guy's Beetle says, just picked up the pod, loving it.
Yes.
I would enjoy a quick review of the One Piece Odyssey video game. I'm interested in Tim's takes. I don't have enough money to buy it right now. So if you guys could subscribe to the Patreon, I could buy the fucking One Piece video game and play it.
You should get a wish list like a whore.
Yeah, like some fucking cam soda
Yes.
slut.
Yes.
Just on my Amazon wish list.
Yeah.
Sibian.
You know what? That's actually not a bad idea because you keep saying join the Patreon so that we can build up our studio, get another camera. We should just make a wish list so that way people don't have to commit to liking us. Just pay for our shit.
Yeah, they could
old
pay for
guys
the-
love the wish list.
Yeah.
They do.
Older men love it.
They love the wish list. Do we have any older men listeners, Tim?
I don't know.
I feel like
don't
we
have
have
those.
to. I feel like that's all of our listeners.
I feel like we should do what Karen does and fucking go full feet.
Yeah.
I think you should take your socks off in the next step, possibly.
Oh my gosh, don't pimp out Myka.
Myka,
Yeah.
do
I'm
it
like,
for daddy.
I already make all the money.
What?
I gotta make all the more
Yeah.
money.
I work at the
You
bowling
do
alley.
have cute feet.
You have really.
You have
cute
really
feet.
great arch. Look at your arches.
Yeah.
Oh, you have what size foot are you?
They're very well. That'll cost you.
You have to bleep it out. For that.
Yeah.
It's on the Patreon.
For $4,000 a month, we'll do Chinese foot binding to Myka. I have great feet too.
No, they're disgusting, and they're actually oozing pus currently.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Fun fact: I have wide feet. My feet are very
Whoa.
wide.
There's a market for that.
Yeah, I had to have special shoes when I was a kid.
That's some Peggy Hill shit.
I bet you're
Okay.
a great swimmer, though.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, I double checked, and sorry, Tim, but Myka said hangers on. Yeah, I know, I fucked up.
You never gave me a public apology.
I did on the
You were-
audio episode.
You recorded it, and you didn't even say it to my face.
You were right there when I was recording
No,
it. and
I
you
heard you from upstairs, and I had to run down and yell at you.
Well,
I would like a
anyway.
public apology.
Okay, right now I would like to apologize to the fans. I would like to apologize to God. I would like to apologize to the spirits of my ancestors that have not yet inhabited
Tim.
a body.
Me.
And I would like to apologize to the love of my life, Myka Fox, for crediting a man with what she said. And not even a big man, a very small man, which made me confused because I thought you guys were the same person.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying I got confused because you and John F. O'Donnell are the same size.
What do you mean crediting a man?
I gave him the credit of
Oh,
hangers
okay.
on.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you. It made no sense.
No, it made sense. You're an idiot. All right. And Dub says, a news-based podcast with no news? Shake my head. I know, man. I lost the news in a Patreon game. It was the best segment on the show.
It was
but
the worst
Michael-
segment of the show, and it sucked, and I hated it every week. And on a Patreon episode, we played Trivial Pursuit. Winner. I wanted to never do the news again. Tim wanted to do it twice in an episode.
No, I didn't want to do the news twice. I wanted to make up another annoying segment that would annoy you.
Well, now we don't have any news because I'm smarter than him.
Well, you know what? News is boring. Just watch the news, you fucking dumbass. Watch the news then. This is a great hang. You know what's not a great hang? Watching the news with your friends. That sounds like a bummer hang.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Hey, you want to listen to The Daily? That'll fucking perk me up.
Me and my friends are freaking news heads. We absolutely love the shit.
Yeah, they do. They have a hang called Tucker and Tots, where they watch Tucker Carlson and eat tater tots.
How did you say Carlson?
I don't know. How did you say
Carlson.
it? Carlson?
I can't watch that show. It makes me so upset. I actually can't watch the news. I just read headlines, and then if I see something that I'm interested in, I just go in for it. I can't just have it forced into my brain.
I want to beat the fuck out of Tucker Carlson. I bet I could do it.
Oh, he's so heinous. He's so heinous.
I want to beat the shit out of him.
I just hate. He's so smug. It's like I can't watch it. It triggers me.
I want to get a Botox lady to fix his 11s. That's
Start a GoFundMe.
Literally, that's all. He just pushes them so hard together. I'm like, stop it. They're going to stay that way.
Subscribe to our Patreon so we can get enough money to give Tucker Carlson Botox.
That's an act of charity.
It would. I mean, can you imagine if he couldn't make that fucking frowny face? If his face was just placid and then he was like screaming about like transsexual rabbits or some shit?
All right. Next segment is we just did our segment. Tucker Carlson is cool. Here's our next segment. Fun story or great tip for being a great hang from Katie. Do you have something?
Yes. I think that a tip for being a hang is you have to be positive, even though it's kind of annoying when people are like, but I'm looking on the bright side. But if you're negative, in a hang, then you're going to spin out and nobody wants that.
Yeah. Unless you know you're hanging out with your negative friend and you do it because you like how upset they get at everything.
Oh, I think like for a lady, like, I don't know, Myka, maybe you experienced this before, but like.
I'm a lady.
You're a gal. It's Women's Month. I think like sometimes as I'm a lady, like out at a hang, a negative person will see me and they'll be like, aha, I can use this as my therapy. And they will just kind of like corner you like life is falling to pieces or, you know, like going through a breakup. And I'm just like, yes, I hear you. Hearing it. But then I hate that person. So
Yeah. You're better than me. I will straight up go, this is bumming me out. Go away.
Well, that's why people don't do it to men, Tim.
people don't do it to men because men are like, you're a fucking loser, dude.
Yeah.
You guys have boundaries, but also like,
Or they'll be like, what is it, a piece of shit in your eye? There's a piece of shit in your eye.
yeah, men like
That's, you know, like that's exemplifying how they don't pay attention to stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they're just assholes.
but it's like emotional gold digging, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a energy vampire coming out stealing your energy.
Oh, yeah.
Now that should be on the ghost tour.
Yeah. But, you know, sometimes you are feeling negative and sometimes you want to just be real about it. But I say just don't.
Just lie.
Just fucking don't.
How's
because,
everything going? It's great.
oh, my God, I'm amazing. You don't know I cried. You don't know I cried last night. You don't need to know. But, I mean, I cry all the time anyway, so that's not, I'm not doing
How often
great.
do you
but
cry?
Yeah, how often are you crying?
All the time.
Like, today?
I mean, like yesterday I cried, but I was just feeling tired.
You just and is this like
You're
a
like a
long,
is it like
quick
a
cry or are you like crying?
Yeah, it's like I think I cry a lot. I'm just emotionally sensitive, but like if something triggers me like on TV in a movie, if I feel like really happy about something, I get triggered. If I go to like a Broadway show and the music is too intense, boom, crying.
Dude, music, fucking when something is too beautiful, I start
Yes,
crying.
yeah.
It is, I'm like,
I
oh
get-
my
it
God.
triggers me.
My mom now,
Yeah.
I'm like, I remember
Is that
when-
why you wake up with tears in your eyes every day when you look at me?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are cries for
Yeah,
help.
it's like,
No.
oh shit, this is not the dream. This is the real thing.
But yeah, like I just cry if I get like overwhelmed, stressed, happy, like too happy, too intense, or like tired.
Yeah.
So
And it's like a quick thing, and then you move on.
quick thing. You know, I just like I go all the way down to the bottom of the spiral, and then I'm like, oh, I'm fine now. You know?
Yeah.
I cry if Down syndrome people get a big W.
What does
You
that
know?
mean?
Like one time I was watching wrestling and a bunch of Down syndrome people got to come out and do the intro with one of the most popular wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
And I
that
started
would get
tearing
me.
up. I was like, oh, look at them having a great time.
I know.
just love it.
See,
You cried?
That would get me.
And that's, I think, the last time I cried. That was like 5 years ago. I've had friends die since then.
Tim, I've
Wow.
seen you cry at movies since then.
What movie? Not Edge of Tomorrow.
Schindler's List.
No. I did cry. I was like, God, he let too many get away.
Nope, let him sit in it.
The people at home are laughing, and I'm just counting on that.
I'm pretty sure the people at home are crying. Because that
Oh
was
my
so
God.
good. It was so beautiful. It was almost like watching someone with Down syndrome see a wrestling match. That's the most beautiful thing Tim can conjure.
When we got dude, the most excited I've ever seen PJ was when we had tickets to wrestling, and my buddy saw us because he was working security, and he was like, hey, go to the concourse, go to concourse B or whatever right now, because they're taping it off because they're going to do a wrestling thing in the middle of the concourse. So I brought PJ up there, and we were right on the thing. You could see us on TV, and we got to watch a guy slam another dude into like a concession stand, and we were like to the wall. It was like that close to us, and PJ's like, yeah! He was going nuts. It was awesome. I kind of teared up then. I was like, it's the time of his life. I love this young man. He's 10 years older than me. But I love him. Oh, man.
That's nice. That's very special.
Tim, you're missing
Thanks.
TJ today, huh?
Yeah, I love the boy. Is it a good? That was a good tip, though. You should be positive. Don't drag people into your fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
wants that.
It's just not good for the hang.
No.
Because then everybody else starts to get negative. It's like when you start thinking negative, then your brain just keeps going in that pattern. If you're like, I'm not doing good, I'm like, oh, you're fine. And then I'm like, I'm not doing good. I'm not doing good either. And then it's just like, then everybody's like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
But it also like if you're hanging out with everybody, the negative person then corners you from hanging out with everyone as well. So
Yes.
if you're being negative, you're also cornering someone out from the hang of everything else.
Yeah.
So it's very selfish on that front too.
Yeah, although I will say, like, there have been times when, like, one time I thought I had a blood clot in my leg from my birth control. I didn't, but I had pulled my leg at, like, a spin class, and I went to a show,
Sounds
and I
like
was
a
like,
Myka problem.
yeah, I just was scared for my life, and but I was, like, still out doing shows and stuff, and I went to the show, and I saw Lucas Connolly, and I was like, I think I have a blood clot right now. He's like, you don't. And he was like, remember when I thought I had AIDS? You're good. I was like, oh. And then I saw, like, 3 other comics. I told them all, and everyone was like, I thought I had a blood clot, but I'm good now. You're fine. And I was like, oh, I'm glad that I shared with my other mentally ill friends.
Yeah, I think it's okay to like share your fears. I don't think that's necessarily being negative. That's being like
No, yeah,
open.
you can get all your friends to tell you that you're crazy, and it helps you a little bit.
Plus, like if you're
Yeah.
like I'm having a panic attack right now there's like an activity
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
for everybody. It's like calm Katie down from her panic attack.
Yeah. Well, what you don't want to do also is do like toxic positivity and be like, everything's fine.
That's Tim.
I'm doing great. You
Yeah.
know, when you are having a panic attack, just because you don't want to be the negative person, because that's also fucked.
I'll say it, and I've said it. Toxic positivity is not real. Positivity is good in every situation. There
But
we
it's
go.
only good if you actually feel positive. It's toxic when you feel like you actually feel bad, but you're faking that you feel positive.
Well, it's toxic when someone is very concerned and you are shutting down their feelings so that way you can push your positivity on them.
Right.
It's like, oh, my mom is sick and she's dying of cancer. Oh, she'll be fine. That's toxic positivity. No, she won't be fine. This
Yeah.
person's going through something upsetting.
Yeah.
You can't like fucking just pretend like it's not.
Yeah, like we're having pizza, Beth.
Yes. Beth.
I would like
Beth,
to
you
have,
bitch.
If I ever find out that someone has cancer, if you're like, we're having pizza now, that will help me though a little bit.
I love pizza.
I do like it. All right. We're on to it. Our second to last segment of the show. We're wrapping it up. We're getting close to
Oh my
done.
gosh, I don't want it to end.
We're getting near the hour mark. Speak ill of the dead. Did you come with a dead person to talk shit about?
Oh, I had a fun one. I took this when I was in high school. We took improv class, comedy sports.
Oh,
Did you ever do that?
no,
The
but
one downtown on Mass Ave.
I know which one you're talking about. It's almost famous now. It's a gay burlesque bar.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, the guy that owned it was gay.
Yeah.
Ed Trout.
Yeah,
Rainbow Trout, as was his.
I know Ed Trout.
nickname.
Ed Trout hit on me at the Crossroads Comedy Festival.
And you were at a
Whoa.
crossroads yourself.
Yes, and I said, "Dude, is this
You
the
were
night?"
at a crossroads.
I said, "Is this the night my life changes forever?" No, but
It is the night Tim did have gay sex, though.
oh
Just
yeah,
not with him.
No.
But I don't like somebody whose last name is Trout. I don't find that sexual. It's just gross.
yeah.
Change
Very
your name.
Vonnegut-esque.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm more of a sturgeon man myself. But so you were
So I did comedy sports, and one of
Yeah.
our coaches, his name was Woody. And he would always he was like fun. He was like one of those guys who's like gruff around young people, like he would kind of be nice to you, but then he would also just like bully everyone. And he died of like a bad brain cancer. So I know, I feel sad, but am I supposed to be
But,
shitting on
yeah.
him though?
No, yeah,
fuck
yeah,
that
yeah.
guy.
Oh, but he was
It's-
great, but he was a fucking dickhead.
rest in piss, Woody.
See you in hell.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember the last time I saw him. It was after I moved to New York, and I went to like a local bar trivia with my friend who still lived in town, and I was gonna tell him that I really appreciated him and he meant a lot to me because he taught me improv, but instead I said nothing. So fuck you. Glad I kept my mouth shut. I hope your wife is doing okay.
Did you go to Warren Central?
Yep.
Okay. I think Warren Central was the only school that like offered improv like with comedy sports.
No, a bunch of schools did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I went to a Catholic school like an asshole.
Oh, did you go to? Where'd you go?
I went to
Roncalli?
Chittard.
Oh, Chittard. Yeah.
No.
That drives me insane that is a name for a place where children go.
Yeah,
Bishop
it
Chittard High
seems
School.
Chittard?
Yeah.
Give me a fucking break already.
Chatard. And I put the TARD in the school, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. How'd you even get into there?
I've got a full ride.
I thought you
and
went
came
to-
out with the shit.
Yeah.
I thought you went to Broad Ripple.
I lived in Broad. I'm from Broad Ripple.
Oh, but you didn't go to high school there.
No, I didn't go to
Okay.
high school. I went to Chittard, but I grew up in Broad Ripple.
Yeah, I went to Warren Central, and there was a lot of fights.
Oh,
There was
yeah.
a lot of fights at that school.
Isn't
It's
it-
on the poorest side of town, Myka.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
that's
it was,
nice.
yeah.
It's also one of the bigger schools in the city.
It was huge. I think
Yeah.
we had like 4,000 kids.
Yeah, it
At
was a
one
huge
point.
school. Myka, who you got? Speak ill of
I'm
today.
gonna speak ill on a little man called Al Capone.
Oh shit! What?
You know this motherfucker evaded taxes?
Oh my God, and he had syphilis.
What a
Yeah.
piece of shit. And he had syphilis?
Yeah, that's what he died of, wasn't it?
Yeah, he died of syphilis in prison.
What a dumb fucking hick. What a fucking idiot. I pay my taxes. This motherfucker can't pay his. I hope you rot in piss, Al Capone. I hope you're paying your taxes in hell.
Rest in piss.
Rest in piss, bitch. Well, it was nice of me to show Myka the Untouchables one time.
Otherwise, I'd have never heard of Al Capone.
I got one.
Thanks, Tim.
You're welcome.
For showing me.
You wouldn't have
everything.
known about the tax evasion.
Tim, you think I even remember that from that movie? I remember nothing from
That
any
was the
movie.
full point of the movie.
Never saw it.
Never
Oh,
saw it.
That's
It's
good.
good.
Sounds good.
All
It's
I
a good
remember
movie.
is a baby in a basket going down the stairs.
Yeah, that part is
Oh,
crazy.
damn.
I'd like to talk about a dour bitch who was probably fucking sad at parties, fucking pulling people aside, being like, I feel so fucking sad. Edgar Allan Poe, you were too sad. Your stuff was too spooky. How about make something fun every once in a while?
You know, I already did Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, you did?
Yes,
Oh.
but good.
Okay, here. How about this?
Rest in piss twice, motherfucker.
Listen up, you shaky bitch. I know you were the champion of the world at boxing, but you turned into a shaky old bitch. Rest in piss, Muhammad Ali. How about that?
That's
Wow.
pretty good.
Cassius, dump him in the clay, is what I say.
Whoa.
That's right. I hope the devil's butt fucking the fucking jitters out of you.
You guys picked historical figures, and I picked a
Well-
man who was kind
Which
to
is
me.
which is
We've
good.
run through all the people we know who
Yeah.
are dead.
Okay, good. I feel better now.
Yeah,
We're almost on episode 100, so
I can only talk shit about my dead friend Dave Metz so many times.
yeah. And my grandma ain't coming back to life and dying again. She better fucking not.
Dude, what if she comes back as like if your sister has another child and your grandmother's that child?
Ugh, she'll probably still yell
soul
at me for
babies.
reading too much.
Micah's grandma yelled at her for being a nerd.
She was like,
nice.
"Why are you reading? You should be cleaning." I'm like, "What?"
She tried to raise a good woman, which you are not. All right. Are you guys ready? We're done. Sign offs.
Sign offs.
That's
Oh,
it. Katie, you were a great guest.
my
Thank you very
God.
much
Thank
for
you
being
for-
on the show.
thanks for hanging, guys.
Everybody, make sure you listen to Lady Journey.
Lady Journey, find us on YouTube.
There we go. And so this is how this segment goes. You just say signing off, and then you do your sign off. Signing off, it is I, the greatest man to ever live, the hatless wonder, Timothy Grady McLaughlin II. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. All right.
And
Oh, that
signing
made me
off.
so uncomfortable.
Signing off, it is the nicest woman in the world, the kindest person you've ever met, and the person who was dead fucking right about creating the term hangers on, which is you people, our fans. It is me, Toe's mom, Tim's girlfriend, Katie's friend, and your podcast host, Myka Fox.
And it's also me, someone who was unprepared.
Signing off, sister.
Signing off. The person who wasn't properly prepared for this portion of the podcast. Someone who had a great time. Someone who loves keeping it positive. Someone who also takes part in sound baths and is planning to offer them if the financial need arises. The co-host of Lady Journey podcast, me, Katie Hannigan.
Yay, goodbye, motherfuckers.